Cairo, you think you're slick, huh? Let's see who gets to the room first. Ready, set, go! This is the story of a magnificent pit bull named Cairo, whose dramatic personality and tender heart prove that sometimes the toughest-looking souls have the softest centers. You won't believe what happens when this big guy doesn't get his way. If you love stories about misunderstood dogs, hit that subscribe button because we're diving into Cairo's world, and trust me, you don't want to miss what he does next. Cairo's story didn't start with drama fits. It started with pain. When I first found him wandering the streets, he was nothing but skin and bones, every rib visible through his dull coat. He flinched at the slightest movement, his whole body tensing up like he was waiting for the next hit. Whoever had him before clearly didn't understand what they had, because this incredible soul was treated like he was worthless. But the moment I brought him through my front door, everything changed.
You should have seen his face when he realized he was home. His eyes widened, his ears perked up, and then something magical happened. Cairo started dancing. This massive pit bull started spinning in circles, his tail wagging so hard I thought it might take flight. He jumped, he twirled, he made sounds I didn't even know dogs could make. It was like watching someone experience pure joy for the very first time. Then he saw the food and water bowl sitting there, waiting just for him. Cairo froze. He looked at the bowls, then at me, then back at the bowls. You could see the gears turning. Is this real? Is this actually mine? He approached them slowly, cautiously. And when he finally took that first bite, the relief that washed over him was heartbreaking. He finally understood. He had a place where someone cared, where he belonged. Fast forward to today. Cairo is now 5 years old. He's transformed from that trembling, scared dog into a confident, protective, and yes, incredibly dramatic member of our family. He's got that classic pit bull look, the muscular build, the intense stare that makes strangers cross the street. But beneath that tough exterior is a dog who cries when I leave for work, who insists on sleeping with his head on my pillow, and who throws absolute tantrums when things don't go his way. Let me tell you about his latest drama episode. My grandparents live about 20 minutes away, and they have a few dogs. Not all of them are friendly, so sometimes it's easier to leave Cairo at home. He doesn't understand this logic, though. In his mind, if I'm going somewhere, he should be going too. Last week, when I started getting ready to visit them, Cairo knew something was up. He followed me from room to room, watching my every move. When I grabbed my keys, his ears drooped. When I put on my shoes, he sat down and stared at me with those big brown eyes. And when I finally said, "Sorry, buddy, not this time," you should have seen what happened. Cairo threw himself on the floor. I mean, full body flop like he'd been shot in a movie scene. He let out this long, drawn-out groan that sounded more human than dog. Then he turned his back to me, refusing to even look in my direction. I tried to explain, but Cairo wasn't having it. He stayed there acting like I'd committed the ultimate betrayal. My other dogs were looking at him like, dude, it's not that serious. But for Cairo, it absolutely was that serious. This is the same dog who gets upset if I sit in the wrong spot on the couch, or if I pet one of his sisters before petting him. He's sensitive, he's dramatic, and honestly, it's one of the most endearing things about him. Here's where people get it wrong though. They see a pit bull throwing a fit and they think aggressive, they think dangerous. But what Cairo is actually showing is emotional intelligence. He feels things deeply, he forms strong attachments, and when something disrupts his routine, he expresses it. Sure, he's theatrical, but that's what makes him Cairo. That's what makes him special. Now, let's talk about how he is with his siblings, because this is where Cairo truly shines. We have 2 female dogs, Luna and Willow, and Cairo treats them like they're made of glass. He's always gentle, always patient. When they want to play, he plays. When they want space, he gives them space. Even when Luna steals his favorite toy or Willow takes his spot, he just accepts it with this resigned look. And the kittens, oh my goodness, we recently adopted 2 tiny kittens and I was nervous about how Cairo would react, but I shouldn't have been. This massive pit bull became the most gentle protector you've ever seen. He lets them climb all over him, he licks them clean, and when they're sleeping, he positions himself nearby like a furry guardian, making sure nothing disturbs them. Cairo's favorite activity is cuddling. He could spend all day on the couch pressed against you. He doesn't just lay nearby, he has to be touching you constantly, slowly inching closer until he's practically on top of you. What gets me emotional is how many people overlooked Cairo because he's a pit bull. How many families immediately said, "No way," based on stereotypes. Meanwhile, I'm watching this supposedly dangerous dog gently share his bed with kittens and demand goodnight kisses. Cairo has taught me more about unconditional love than most humans. He shows me that the toughest exteriors often protect the softest hearts. How many incredible dogs are sitting in shelters right now, being passed over because people can't look beyond the surface? I'm grateful I gave Cairo a chance. He's given me so much more in return. Should breed stereotypes influence adoption decisions? Or should every dog be judged as an individual?